Hello everybody, welcome back to the Divinity walkthrough. I've got some quick dialogue to get through and I will be right back.
Oh, my mistake, Governor. Didn't mean no harm by it. We're all a bit on edge, aren't we, lads? This mine is full of terrors, I tell you.
Okay, so this is Elizabeth. Obviously we are just inside, where are we here? The mines, and then, obviously I just took a right. You can, and I will, eventually destroy all of these Immaculates in here.
Unless the conduit returns to us soon, death is inevitable.
But, alright, so it sounds like they are, they're trapped in here, in the mines. And, I think it's because the Death Knights are running around and they've kind of gone berserk, or they're not listening or responding to the Immaculates here. So again, they're kind of trapped. There's 3 big groups of Immaculates in here, and obviously this is the first one. Now, if you want to, you can, again, like I said, you can wipe these guys out. One kind of interesting thing though is there's one, I would call it a main Immaculate in every area, and they are all vendors. And so you can, if you wanted to, you could come in here and buy from them and sell and whatnot. And then if you notice here, there are, or there's a detonator here.
This time they're imprisoned in a room full of explosives.
If you use the detonator, I believe the Immaculates attack you. So I'm not really sure why that's the case. I don't know. I don't really know why they would care about these goblins. I don't think that they are.
Filthy humans.
I don't think that they're like allied in any way. So again, I'm not really sure why they attack you when you use the detonator there on the ground. But I believe that's what I used to trigger the fight. But anyways, Drexus is inside here, and Drexus was the leader of the goblins. And if I remember correctly, Lawrence has the quest to kill him. And alright, so when we use the rusty lever here, this battle starts. So if you want to, and I don't know if you, when you use the detonator over there, if it just completely one-shots these guys. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I guess did that in that order. But boom. So Drexus is down. Drexus is eating dirt, and there's his head. So the head is what you need to prove that you've defeated him, obviously. And once you're done, you can bring that to Lawrence. Now, that's one thing that I forgot to do. When I was playing through, I completed the dialogue with Nadia, and Nadia confronts Lawrence about her husband's death if you find proof. And I don't remember exactly where the proof was at. I thought it was just a letter to the mining guild, and so I don't remember if that's where you get that from Brandon. I feel like that might be the case. But I know there's for sure a letter somewhere from the mining guild to Lawrence that I guess I would say kind of explains that they knew full well that the tenebrium was hazardous to humans, and just didn't let the miners know. So again, let's say if you want to finish the Drexus side quest there with Lawrence and get the, I don't know what he actually gives you, if anything, or if it's just experience. It may just end up being experience, but yeah, you can bring Drexus's head to Lawrence. Now, it's probably a good idea actually to take care of that right now. Being that we're not so far into the mines anyway, you can just use the waypoints to get back to Silver Glen, and go speak with Lawrence, collect your reward, whatever that is, and then just use the waypoint here at the entrance to the mines to get back really quick. So That's my recommendation again, and that's, I mean, really just because I completely forgot. And there is a way to miss, finishing that quest. Again, if you kind of rush the dialogue with Nadia. There's a NPC here that I need to speak with.
Goodness gracious me! You made quicker work of those goblins than I make of my mother's famous cherry pie. Can't say I quite fancy the ingredients you've strewn all over the place, though. Not very appetizing in the least. He's cowering in a corner, hoping the human slavers will put the goblins to work before they get so bored they cut his ears off for sport. Goblins. Hissing ninny hammers, the lot of them. Serves me right, for being such a great big heap of butterfingers, though. I was helping a lady create those blood devils out there, you see, but I dropped one of her bloodstones right into a particularly spiky bit of tenebrium. Crack goes the stone and crack goes my silly old skull. Next thing I know, I wake up among one-eyed freaks smacking their lips and hissing obscenities as they glare at me. Gave me more goosebumps than a flock of geese in winter. Gladly I'll correct you, for I am not responsible. I'm merely, how should I put it, co-responsible. If a slave can really be held accountable for his mistress's doings, that is. That's right. I am here, wholly against my will. Dragged all the way from Heiberheim to serve the lady in red. Not my fault that I really enjoy the work I'm forced to do. Completely averse to my own wishes, is it? Merely a happy coincidence, that. Useful? Let me think. 1, don't go near them, because they'll kill you in the blink of an eye. 2, don't let them see you, because there's that blink again. 3, don't even think you can defeat them, because, well, you get my drift. Luckily, their tread is so heavy, it conveniently gives them away. So just wait for the shakes to subside and you're free to sneak past. Easy peasy. The one who dresses in vanilla, who'd you think? What? You really don't know her? I thought she was as famous among humans as Zigzags is amongst imps. They call her... Oh, what was it? The Channel or something? Or Canal? No, the Conduit. That's it. Lovely girl if you're into blood devils and the like. She has a whole smithy altar ritual thingy a bit further down the mine. Wish I was there, creating lovely old blood devils. Imps don't thrive in cells, you know. They go mad. Oh, never mind Heiberheim. You don't want to go there. So cold, you need to build a fire just to pee. If you want to avoid embarrassing accidents, that is. We Red Imps work there for the King of the Realm, the mighty Boreas, Bester Chumsy and the Lady in Red. Talk about star stones all day. Takes all kinds, eh? Long story short, she fancied an imp worker, so Mittix, that's me, was given to her as a present. Kind of a letdown, really. They didn't even tie a bow around my head or anything. Jolly Rogers on a sling, are you serious? Yes, I would love to go. To meet the great Zigzags. What an honor. End of time, you say? How exotic. See you there, oh saviour of imps. I'll go ahead and prepare a nice pot of tea for the lot of us once I arrive.
Okay, so that's Mittix. He'll be at the end of time from here on out. And I mean, I don't know, to be honest, he doesn't give you that much information, I guess, other than he hints that the conduit has something to do with making the Dread Knights, or the Death Knights, sorry, which I think we already know. But, alright, so here is what happens, again, when you actually interact with the detonator. I'm not really sure why that's the case. Again, it seems really weird that they would just attack you for that, but maybe if I would have hit the detonator while I was invisible, that might have worked. Because I think maybe because the detonator, if I remember correctly, I'm guessing it's treated as you stealing. Because if I remember correctly, I think the detonator was highlighted in red there, you know, meaning that possible interaction with it is essentially kind of like stealing. So that's my thought. But again, I didn't actually try it while I was invisible though too, so I may have been able to kind of get away with it while invisible. But that's okay. I had planned on taking out these enemies anyway, eventually. But I don't know though. So part of me kind of says that it might be a good idea to keep them alive because again, they are, or Elizabeth for sure is a vendor, and so I don't know. I guess I didn't interact with her much throughout the game. I do know though. So she had a gold shield there, which was actually really good. It's one of the shields that has, or it happened to have elemental tortoise on it, which is actually a pretty good ability for if you're using, you know, a shield. But yeah, yeah. So I don't know. Again, it might be worthwhile to keep her alive. And again, I mean, to be honest, like, so the only real reason, I guess, or the only other reason would be for the experience that you can get from her. But again, you know, in Meridina's lab, you can get all the experience you ever want. So I don't know that it's all that useful to kill off Elizabeth, as opposed to keeping her alive. So. Anyway, it looks like we're almost done here. This battle was not difficult at all, obviously. I would say, though, you're in a pretty confined space, so if you need to, you can use the doorway to, you know, kind of get the enemies to bunch up there, and then you can kind of just guard the doorway if you want to, or if you need to. The reanimated troll, though, unfortunately, does have the ability to teleport your character, so that can be a little rough. You know, if your strategy is to hang out outside the door and let the enemies come to you, like if you've got, you know, some melee characters at the door and, you know, they can kind of guard your other characters in the back, you'll have to find a way to get back to your party. Obviously, if a character does get teleported into the room, you could use a teleporter pyramid if you wanted to, but that can be difficult to coordinate because you're not necessarily going to know who the troll is going to target for that ability, and you know, he may target someone that doesn't have one of the pyramids. So, yeah, I mean, other than that, that's kind of all I got for you for strategy on that, that particular battle. Let's see though what we got here. One kind of strange thing too, though, Elizabeth doesn't seem to drop all the items that she had in her inventory, which is a little strange, but that's a-okay.
I could do with a
didn't
cold
actually
drink.
need any of that stuff. I had already actually had a shield somewhere with elemental tortoise on it, and then I never equipped it in the entire game. I made it all the way to the end without feeling like I really needed it. Elemental tortoise, though, is kind of an interesting skill. It nerfs your movement speed a bit, which is okay. It's not the worst thing ever. But it gives you like 50% to a bunch of the resistances. I don't know if it's actually all of them or not, but yeah. So it's an interesting ability. So that can be useful for, you know, if you've got a character like that needs to get by some traps or something, and you don't really want to bother. You can just use that.
You are not the armored death. You we can slice, dice, and feed to the idol of oblivion.
Alright, so this is Jaylene here.
That does sound reasonable. Very well. Sheathe your weapons, brothers. We have found ourselves an ally.
Okay. So this idol here, unfortunately, is what's making the undead
Glory be unto the
crazy.
goddess. If we are not saved, for our souls will flock toward her.
Together we stand against the armored death.
Together we stand against the armored death. She's got a diary here, which I guess I'm just gonna buy. I think. Maybe I didn't. Yeah, there we go.
It is an altar of sorts, laced with powerful magic that allows us to control the undead that roam these tunnels. They are all slaves brought in from the hamlet of Hunter's Edge. First, we ritually slaughter them, then bind them to the idol made with their own bones. You may approach the idol with reverence, but be careful not to touch it. Our control of these skeletal miners has been tentative ever since the armored death has been on the loose. Its sorceries vastly outstrip our own. I don't know how long we've been hiding here in the dark, clinging to the refuge of our idol like freezing wastelanders round a flame. When first we heard the fiend approach, we thought the mine was collapsing, but no. We looked into the burning eyes of death. Many fell so that we could flee, and hide, and pray. Where it came from, we do not know. There might even be more than one, judging by the tremors. Goddess, protect us when they find us. May the conduit save us yet.
Okay, so there Jaylene mentions that they've been stuck here. Same with Elizabeth, essentially, because the
Idol of Oblivion.
Death Knights are roaming the halls. Unfortunately here, I do believe you absolutely have to kill or destroy the necromantic bone totem here. Otherwise, the undead won't give you, or you won't be able to interact with the undead in order to progress all the way to the end of the tunnel. Obviously, so there's a bunch of stuff around here that you can steal if you don't want to fight these guys, but
Seems like a pretty fun game
bone free skelly. Okay, yeah, that's the hint to destroy the totem. I did try to destroy the totem from range just to see if I could, like, if they wouldn't notice it was me destroying the totem. I guess that's one thing that I didn't try to do, though, was to go invisible and then use like the sneak option to see if possibly that would, or to see if I could possibly destroy the totem without anyone noticing. That might be the way to do it. You know, obviously you'd have to use the invisibility spell first and then use sneak. But again, I'm not 100% sure if that would actually work or not. I don't think I didn't think about it until just now. So, but like I said earlier, I did try to just go like long range, just to stand outside the room and destroy the totem and see if they would still be cool with it. But that was not the case. They wanted to fight immediately after. So, again, I guess if you try the invisibility plus sneaking and then, you know, try to destroy it that way, maybe it might work, but I'm not sure. Otherwise, there's the key there, and you can grab the whatever's in the chest. Obviously, the chest just had garbage in it, from what I could tell. So, but all right, so here's where the Death Knights are kind of patrolling. I'm gonna try to make my way around here. I didn't do a very good job in this area because I was super rusty with the layout, but I ended up getting into fights, which is okay. You can just take one. It's probably easiest to just run around here with one person. Yeah, specifically, probably one that can go invisible. And then also, you can run away from the battles in here as long as you don't have the... I forget what the name is of the trait that makes it so that you can't run away from it, like courageous or something like that. Oh, and there we go. So there's a fight. These guys do absolutely destroy those. So boom, boom. Oh my God. So I'm already missing like 2/3 of my health. And then that was risky there. The knights do have the attack of opportunity, so there actually was a chance there that when I walked away, you probably could have whacked me one more time, but I did get lucky and make it out alive. I should have, or what I should have done there was just gone invisible first. If I, or you know, used walk in shadows, and then walked away from him. And then here, my character's got the. exclamation point overhead. I think that's just another one of those, hey, where were you at when I was fighting type of deals.
Strange. Something here seems to be interfering with our teleporter pyramids and waypoint room. If we go much farther, we may not be able to escape again.
Oh, no, okay. So that was the warning that
Take on
the
whatever
pyramids
comes
don't
our
work in
way.
here.
Onward! Damn those magical relics. An iron will is enough to face whatever may come.
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. And then there you've got a bold versus cautious option. Yeah, so anyways, I forgot that the teleporter pyramids don't work down here. So when I was talking about the battle earlier there with the troll that teleports your people around, that's not going to work. Obviously, again, because the pyramids don't work, so you won't be able to get that person out. So I guess the only other thing would be to keep your distance. As best you can, that is. You'll have to get a little more creative, I suppose. But all right, so I'm gonna head back here. We'll try to make it through this area without getting into another fight and having to run away. But you never know what's gonna happen around here.
Chased here by one of those monstrosities, it seems. They must have met a swift end.
Okay. So apparently these Immaculates got chased here to a dead end, literally a dead end, because they're dead there. Did you get what I meant? I'm the worst. All right, let's head back. There is was that a silver vein back there? I think, but I'm not gonna bother. So now I'm kind of wondering what happens when you kill off all these undead, because I think you can kill the skeletons. But if you kill them off... Oh, God. I took like one step too far here. Thwack! Thwack! Ooh, a miss. Oh, yeah, so the Death Knights, by the way, are completely invulnerable for the time being. It's not until a bit later that you'll be able to kill them. I'm just going to reload my game, because that probably wasn't going to turn out real well. 2 Death Knights up in my grill, and I don't know. Yeah. And just reload. We're really close. Excuse me. There's another waypoint down here, and once you unlock that, it's kind of a little bit easier. A little bit. Use that term pretty loosely. Because, yeah, I don't know. This area is just kind of a pain. It's nice when you've got invisibility. I think the first time I ever played, I don't even know if I had invisibility. I don't know. Part of me is like, you probably need to have it. But maybe if your sneaking is high enough, you'll do okay. Because the higher your sneaking level is, as you gain more levels and sneak, the cones of the enemies get smaller. So maybe there's a way. And then here is, if you notice, I just went back to the beginning. So that's where the jail was, where Drexus was at. And so unfortunately, I just took a wrong turn here. And now I'm going to have to wait for my Walk in Shadows cooldown to come back up. And if you notice, there is a undead, or a knight that's walking toward us right now. The other thing that you could do here, if you hated life and really wanted to waste a ton of time, is you can actually close the jail cell or close the jail door and then teleport the knights inside there. But the amount of time that would take to get them all inside there would be, yeah, I don't know. It would just not be worth it. I don't even think it's worth getting that one right there, and he walks really close to the jail. The other ones, so they all have set patterns though too, so keep that in mind too. Like you're not gonna be running into random Death Knights all over the place. They do walk in set patterns, which again is the reason why you're really not going to want to take advantage of the ability to kind of teleport them into the jail cell, because I don't know, again, it's just going to use up a ton of time and it's not really worth it. Invisibility is really the key here.
All you need is a pickaxe and a nice juicy vein.
Whoops. Alright, thunk. And yeah, so we did find the waypoint, so that's a thing at least. The other thing I probably should have done there instead, or to keep myself safer, was to teleport the knight away from me before I tried to run. I guess I was pretty confident that I wasn't going to be destroyed with one chop of the sword. Back on my feet again. Alright, so let's find the last set of Immaculates. I think they're through here. You have to be super careful in this area, and that's exactly why. Right there. So Nicolita, unfortunately, is still not able, or doesn't have enough perception to pick up where these traps are at in here. And so, I would say hug the wall as best you can, but yeah, I don't know. It's it can be a bit of a frustrating experience to try to get through here without enough perception to see the traps on the ground. But them's the breaks. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? Walking shadows. There we go. Oh, even the Death Knight walked over a trap. The other thing you can, so once you actually get through here, you could set these oil barrels ablaze, but it, I don't know if I'd say it's risky. And then here I tried to use the teleporter pyramid and remembered that it doesn't work here. So now at this point, I think we can walk down close enough and get kind of close to the other waypoint, and then I'm going to start this battle here and then just run away right away, and that's going to move us down to the other waypoint portal. Yeah, there we go. So we're good to go, or should be good to go here. This whole area is just super annoying. To be honest though, I didn't need to do this now that I think about it, because there's a door coming up, and once you give the door the password, because it requires a password, once you give it the password, it teleports all of the rest of your characters to the door. So again, if you, I would say leave all your characters just somewhere else. Don't try to run around here with everybody, because it just doesn't make sense. But the other thing is, if you notice, so it'll probably be the next battle, but I'll have to destroy that bone totem to progress farther.
And that means you're an intruder. By rights, I should kill you where you stand. I can't say I ever gave it much pause, but I suppose you're right there, actually. Look at that. You convinced me. The goddess's grace must shine upon you. This place will be the death of us all, but the goddess will save my soul. Very perceptive of you. We aren't miners, no. We are master craftsmen. We take raw tenebrium and with it forge breastplates, gauntlets, helmets and more. Nigh indestructible pieces of jet black armor. These we deliver unto the speaker of the goddess, the conduit herself, who in turn imbues our work with souls born in blood. You should see it. The bloodstone shines and writhes. The cold metal rises, suddenly hot as the fires of hell, and a death knight has come to life. Glorious. They are the goddess's ultimate champions, the true realizations of the powers that course through bloodstone. It is within the conduit's grasp to heal, yes, but it is within her grasp to do so much more. An army such as no force on this earth can stop will march under the banner of Immaculates. That's, a bit of an embarrassing tale, really. You see, the conduit travelled to the fabled realm of Hyberheim. Why, I know not, and we were left to our own devices. She is the one to perform the ritual that breeds Death Knights, and we thought we could do the same. Alas, something went wrong, and our creations turned against us. To think our brothers and sisters Immaculates here in the mine, the slavers and the necromancers, aren't even in the know about what we craftsmen do. They must have been caught unawares. Goddess have mercy on them. Simple. The inner mine is inaccessible unless you know the password to open the gate. We know it, and the undead slaves know it, but no one else does. Before you ask, no, I won't share the password with you. I fear the conduit's wrath even more than I do Death Knights. And don't bother speaking to the undead either. The necromancers have them well under control, body and spirit. You clearly underestimate the capabilities of the conduit. Her magic makes us strong, wholly impervious to little trifles like rot. Who knows what other spells and incantations she harbors down in the depths beyond, where no one is allowed but her. Well, nothing I'm likely to share with you. Only the goddesses devoted are worthy to handle her blessed ore. No wonder the unenlightened miners fell so quickly, and no wonder the conduit saved them so easily with the goddess's boon.
Alright, so this is Caden. He obviously explains a bit about the fact that they're, I think, what are they, blacksmiths or something like that? Making, I don't remember if they were making tenebrium weapons or what their deal was. But, yeah, so they're kind of in the same boat, though. They're trying to not get destroyed. Which seems kind of funky, though, because all I saw was traps on the way here, and the Death Knights are completely immune to the traps, so... Alright, whatever. What's this Joker saying? Some garbage. So what do we got here? Oh, another chest with a bunch of garbage in it. There was something, there was a book on the ground. Oh, what do we got going here? Lost in the tent. Yeah, I don't think there's anything in there. Caden is the third and final vendor, by the way. And then here is the mine worker's log and a parchment. Oh, and I got busted. My timer ran out just as I was picking up the parchment, so I'm gonna end up restarting this. I don't think it's number one. It's probably not wise to take this guy or these guys on solo, and then yeah, well that's pretty much it. It's probably just not a great idea to be alone, but I don't think even that parchment had anything special about it. I think it's just a generic piece of parchment. I mean, I could be wrong. We'll probably end up seeing here in a while, but the mine worker's log, on the other hand, actually does let you, or you can read it. And oh, there it is. Okay, so the parchment does have something on it. Take a few days rest. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so I think the Smiths kept trying to make Death Knights even though she was gone, and apparently that wasn't a good idea, and that's what made them kind of go crazy. So that's why the ones here are attacking the Immaculates as well. We are doomed. Okay. Oh, and then this is the priestess's diary. Ah, so she just talks about the undead and how they're so awesome, or how she's so awesome. Kind of at least recognize. Okay, yeah, whatever, lady. All right, so that's gonna be it for this video. The next one's gonna be a little bit goofy because I had to redo some of this stuff. Specifically, I had to go back and kill the bone totem, and so we'll kind of, you know, end up going back and actually doing that, taking care of business, so to speak. But that is it for this video. So as always, hope the guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.
Mining isn't so hard. All you need's a pickaxe and a nice juicy vein.